October 24th, 2023. The time is 2:01 p.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks, Matari, and Duncan. Would you join me for a moment of silence, please? All right. And Mr. Patterson, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Changes to the agenda. Item 19 was pulled. And any other changes? Okay. I will call for public comment. It's a new thing. We're going to call for it in the beginning and at the end per constituent request. Okay, hearing none. Is there a motion to approve meeting minutes?
I move that we approve meeting minutes, items 1 through 5.
Second?
I second the motion.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Okay, Bruce, so did you want to make motions and everything this afternoon? Whatever easiest for you.
Bill can go ahead and do that unless he wants to alternate or whatever, but I'm fine with him doing it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay, consent calendar?
I move that we approve the consent calendar, items 6 through 10.
Bill,
I second the motion.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Payables?
Okay. I move that we approve the payables for October 16th through 20th, 2023, in the amount of $1,806,646.06, and jury panel payments in the amount of $611.32.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 12 is Resolution 2023-77. It is a public hearing, and it's for Kootenai County Emergency Medical Services System fee increase, their standby rate for events, and our Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney, Pat Braden, is going to lead us in this one.
Yes, Commissioners. Thank you. Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney, for the record. This is a request to increase this rate for standbys for different events. That is currently $140 per hour, and that was adopted in 2021. The Kootenai County EMS system has proposed to increase it to $165 per hour. That request was approved by the Joint Powers Board and referred to the County Commissioners at the Joint Powers Board's last meeting on September 28th, 2023. Notice for the public hearing was published on October 10th and on October 17th in accordance with statute. The resolution has been prepared for the board should they decide to agree to increase that rate. And that concludes my comments unless any of the commissioners have questions.
All right, questions for Pat? All right,
None.
Is anybody here to speak for or against the fee increase for standby services for KCEMSS? Okay, hearing none, if somebody would make a motion to end public testimony?
I move that we end public testimony.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, your thoughts? Is this something you support?
I have no objections.
Okay, Bruce?
The same. I believe that we should try to, have people pay for the services through the fees and not, let the property tax owner subsidize that.
Okay, with that, I would take a motion to approve the resolution.
I move that we approve Resolution 2023-77 for Kootenai County Emergency Medical Services System fee increase for standby rate for events.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Resolution's been approved. Thank you, Pat. Item 13, professional services agreement with Parametrix and our solid waste department. Director Phillips.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. This agreement with Parametrix Engineering is an annual contract reviewed by Jamila Holmes for assisting with various environmental requirements, mostly at the Fighting Creek landfill. Quoted pricing is similar to last year and considered reasonable. This is a budgeted item, and the department does have the funds to cover these costs. The term of this extension is October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024. Solid Waste Department requests that you approve and sign this one-year professional services agreement with Parametrix Engineering for $199,880.22.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the professional services agreement with Parametrix and Solid Waste.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Thank you. All right, item 14, board approval request, recertification of tax year 2023 L1 with our auditor's office. Ms. Lynch?
Alicia Lynch with the Auditor's Office for the record. Previously, I had brought before the board the L1 to certify all of Kootenai County's levy rates with the understanding the State Tax Commission may have corrections. I've attached with my submission the proposed changes made by the State Tax Commission. Today, I'm asking the board to recertify the L1 with the updates described in the letter.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request for recertification of TY2023 L1 for the auditor's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 15, renewal number 8 to MOU between Idaho Military Division and Kootenai County on our 911 operations. Mr. McRoy.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Colin McRoy, Kootenai County Sheriff's Office 911 for the record. This is our 8th renewal with Idaho Military Division Public Safety Communication for our leased line circuits down to Meridian for the radio system to provide the connection to the core. It is a budgeted item under E911 funds. There is an increase, but it's our standard increase according to the MOU, no change in that. So total cost is $33,743.78.
Okay. Questions or motion?
I move that we approve the renewal number 8 to the MOU between Idaho Military Division and Kootenai County ID, and Idaho Military Division 911.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 16, DIVCO service agreement renewals with our 911 center and Canfield, Killarney, Mason Butte, and Sheriff's Office Communications Building. Mr. McRoy again.
Commissioners, Colin McRoy again. This is our annual maintenance agreements with DIVCO for HVAC services for annual PMs that they do each quarter at the locations listed. That is a budgeted item with with what we budgeted for FY24. And total amount for all of them is $5,258. I can break that out individually if you would like me to, but that's all total service is through them.
Okay. Questions, motion?
I move that we approve DIVCO Service agreement renewals for 911 Center, Canfield, Killarney, Mason, Butte, Sheriff's Office, Communications Building, and DIVCO Inc. 911.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 17, board approval request, ongoing exception to policy 312 with our elections department. And this is for elections week overtime pay, and our manager, Asa Gray.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Today we're coming before you to ask for an exception to Personnel Policy 312 specifically for our staff and the county workers who work overtime on elections week. In cases like this year where a holiday falls on the week of the election, a lot of the extra hours, oftentimes late in the night hours that our workers work and that other county staff who help us out work, turn into straight time for the first 8 hours. And so we're asking for an ongoing exception to that, specifically for when holidays fall on the week of the election, which to my knowledge, the only one that can do that on our current election dates is Veterans Day, which is the case we have this year.
Right, and that only happens every few years. It's not often. So, questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the request for ongoing exception to policy 312 for elections week overtime pay and elections.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 18. Thank you, Asa. 2023-24 KCSO Lakeland School District SRO Agreement. And this is for Garwood Elementary and Lakeland Joint School District, which I believe is Timberlake, that school. So Captain Smart.
Commissioners, Captain Kevin Smart for the record. Yes, this is 2 contracts. They're both for the Lakeland School District, and then they're split out between the 2 schools that we're servicing this year, Garwood Elementary and then the Timberlake High School, Middle School joint efforts up there in the Spirit Lake area. And then they're separated out so that they're cost effective for both deputies who are manning those positions.
All right. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the 2023-24 KCSO Lakeland School District SRO Agreement and the 2023-24 KCSO Garwood Elementary SRO Agreement with the Lakeland Joint School District.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, thank you. Item 19's been pulled. Item 20, this is Amendment 4 to the Professional Services Agreement for the Justice Building Expansion, Lombard-Conrad Architects, and our RMO office. And Jody is here today. Ms. Beasy?
Yes, Amendment 4 to the agreement between Kootenai County and Lombard-Conrad Architects. As directed, RMO has provided a clarified explanation for the contents. Financial Director Brandy Thalkin has confirmed her understanding of Amendment 4, summarized as follows. Reinstate $52,500 previously removed from Phase 2 fee. Reallocates $15,000 of security electronic costs from Phase 1 to Phase 2. Sets a not-to-exceed maximum budget for reimbursables in the amount of $14,000 for Phase 1 and $80,000 for Phase 2. All reimbursable expenses for Phase 1 have been paid. Seeking board approval for Amendment 4.
Thank you. All right, questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Amendment 4 to the Professional Services Agreement on the Justice Building Expansion with Lombard-Conrad Architects, PC, and the Resource Management Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, thank you. Item 21, grant agreement number F248COE, grant agreement from Division of Aeronautics for a 5% match, AIP 058, and this is with our Idaho Transportation Department in the amount of $258,007.22, and it's a 100% cash match in the amount of $258,007.22. Our airport, and Ms. Stevenson.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Kim Stevenson with the airport for the record. We are asking you to approve the agreement from the State Division of Aeronautics confirming their 5% match to the federal AIP grant 058 for our runway 624 and taxiway B3 construction. And this, again, confirms the 5% match from the state. The project totals roughly $4.7 million, and then that would leave the county's portion at 5% as well.
Okay. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve grant agreement F248COE / grant agreement from Division of Aeronautics for 5% match for the AIP 058 / Idaho Department of Transportation Department in the amount of $258,007.22 with a cash match of that same amount for the airport.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 22, board approval request, appointment of airport director, BOCC division, and our airport interim director, Gaston Patterson. So I have been very pleased with his interim performance, and I would recommend that we make this a permanent appointment. Thoughts?
No thoughts. I agree. I think you've done a great job.
Bruce?
Couldn't agree more. He's done a fantastic job, and so I'm looking forward to more great things from him in the future.
No pressure. All right, motion.
I move that we approve the request for appointment of the airport director.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Congratulations and welcome to your new position. All right, item 23, board approval request, grant agreement 23NONE 853. And this is the Idaho Office of Emergency Management, along with our Kootenai County Office of Emergency Management. This is the North Kootenai Water and Sewer District, and we actually had this on the agenda for last week, but what happened was the agenda ran out of room and it did not post the actual action items. So we are back here now. Any questions or motion?
I move that we approve the request grant agreement 23NONE 853 with the Idaho Office of Emergency Management and Kootenai County Office of Emergency Management and the North Kootenai Water and Sewer District in the amount of $368,766 with an in-kind match from North Kootenai Water and Sewer District. That's it.
That's enough.
I could read a little thing. So.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, that is our business portion, and now we are on to our status pending update and facilities expansion. There is our weekly meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m., and I don't think I really have another update on that. Any questions? Okay.
No, not right now.
All right, and then impact fees.
Well, where are we on the jail pods?
That's the second page.
Oh, second page.
Yep. Yeah,
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So impact fees, I think we were still
I'm kind of waiting.
waiting. Pat, did you have something? to
Yeah,
add?
that's on my desk, and I'll get that out as quickly as I can.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And prosecutor immediate space needs, I think they're still trying to get fully staffed, so we probably, I'm not sure if the commissioners want to remove that item and bring it back if that's going to proceed, or if you just want to address it every week.
I think we should pull it unless the prosecutor brings it back before us.
Okay, sounds good. All right, jail pods. I believe that they're working on another RFQ. We have a meeting on Friday to address legal opinion that we got, and so I think that's about where we're at with that.
Okay.
Right, and ARPA projects update, and we got an email. And Jody, if you would like to run through those, please.
On the Justice Building expansion, the construction work pack 1, the key milestone will be the 17th of November, 2023. That is currently on time to complete the work that represents work pack 1, and it currently is on budget for work pack 1. The admin HVAC, the RFQ submission deadline is the 7th of November. And at this time, we do not have any other information to provide on the HVAC. On the JDC HVAC, the project closeout is currently in process, and it is completed on time and completed per the contract that was approved by the board. The jail generator release of the RFQ for design and engineering will be on the 15th of November. There's no other information at this time. The sub EMS PPE has closed out, completed, and that was on time and on budget. The sub-agreement Wellspring Meadows, that currently is on time and on budget. And the Children's Village is currently under review and will be provided to legal the 10th of November. No other update at this time.
All right. Questions on ARPA project updates?
I just wonder, I have one question. I just wonder how far into the Children's Village allocation of ARPA funds are we? And is it, if we found ourselves in a difficult situation, would we be able to reallocate those funds?
Per board direction, the application will come back before the board after it has been reviewed by legal, and at that time, certainly the board can decide to approve their request or deny it. And certainly, if there was a need to reallocate those funds, then we would take the appropriate measure to do so.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Nothing else on the list, then I would call for public comment. Anybody on the phone? Okay. All right. 2:24, meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.